Imagine you are cruising down the highway and your car is trying its best to save you some money on gas by shutting down a few cylinders, but instead of a smooth ride, you suddenly feel a weird vibration, and that dreaded check engine light starts staring you in the face. If you plug in your scanner and see the code P3422, your car is basically telling you that the cylinder 3 exhaust valve control circuit is not doing its job properly. This whole setup is part of a clever system that lets your engine switch between V8 and V4 modes to keep things efficient when you are just coasting or idling. Your engine control module, or the EACM as we call it, uses variable valve timing solenoids to literally turn the exhaust valves on and off as needed. For some reason, the third cylinder is not playing along, and that is a big deal because the computer might even shut off the fuel injector to that cylinder to prevent damage, which makes your car feel like it is stumbling over its own feet. The EECM actually limits this cylinder deactivation to a cycle of 10 minutes in V4 mode, and then switches back to V8 for 1 minute just to keep everything lubricated and balanced. Before you go out and buy a bunch of expensive parts, you really need to check your oil first because this system relies on oil pressure to work. So, if you are low on oil, or if your oil is really old and dirty, the solenoid simply cannot move those valves properly. You should also take a good look at the wiring and the connector near the exhaust manifold for cylinder 3 to see if anything is melted or loose. Sometimes it is just a bit of corrosion in the plug or a wire that has been rubbing against the hot engine block. If everything looks clean and your oil is topped off, then it is probably time to look at that VVT solenoid itself. It is a very common mistake to just swap the solenoid right away without checking the basics. But if the real problem is just a blocked oil passage or a bad ground, you will be right back where you started with the same light on. You should use a digital multimeter to check the resistance of the solenoid and make sure it matches what the factory says it should be. If you ignore a misfire like this, it could lead to permanent damage inside your engine, so you want to address this quickly to keep your car running smooth and keep that fuel economy where it belongs. Proper maintenance and a quick check of the technical service bulletins for your specific make and model can save you a lot of time and money by pointing out known issues that other drivers have already figured out. Take a deep breath. Check that oil dipstick, and let us get that cylinder 3 back in the game so you can enjoy your drive again without any annoying shaking or warning lights.